So maybe challenges now.
I need something that is
what I do was I
scientific.
put issues slash challenges. Should I separate them?
No, I think they're okay.
Should I separate them? I wish I could. Because if you just mentioned some challenges now.
You can summarize them like lack of political
summarize
will.
of clarity.
I think it's an assumption if we think it's probably lack of motivation on their part. Because I think if somebody carries a file under his armpit, I think he has some degree of dedication to see that he gets done
lack
with
of
his
patriotism.
Yeah, but it's probably the bureaucracy within the system that we all experience in every system in Nigeria that needs to be improved upon.
How do you improve bureaucracy?
The policy dialogue, we want to tell them we want smoother interactions between the ministries. We don't want funds for family planning returned or not released.
You know what she's saying? If it is within the ministry setup, you find a lot of bureaucracy. And that's why primary care agencies were created in the first place. Not so that you can remove them from the ministry so that you can have less bureaucracy. So these are some of the solutions.
Has this solved the problem?
Much better.
There's an enhancement.
No, but we are here to suggest solutions actually that we would like to see and that will probably make this difference happen.
So what do we have there as challenges, please?
Should I put strict government bureaucracy or something?
Unproductive.
Is
Very,
Dr. Diola, is it really bureaucratic system or behavioral pattern?
I won't call it behavioral. I've worked with the federal government staff at certain level.
Okay.
Especially some key people. And I know for passion, they don't lack passion.
Okay.
This policy dialogue is being organized by the Federal Ministry of Health that said we would come on board, we would work with you. I think these are people that are eager for solutions themselves and they've come to realize that there's a place CSOs play. Let's come dialogue about it. So no, I don't think it's behavioral. I think it should be an assumption. And if I was a hardworking staff, I would like that.
Okay, but can we also look at from this other angle of, because I've seen that we've been doing a lot of elimination, and if we keep doing elimination, we keep on going, like losing those points, because fine, a staff might be committed, a staff B might not be committed at every point in time, and since it's a system, we can still say at one point or other it's interdependent on this, on not on everybody, because not all 100% staff have the same attitude or the motivation or the passion or commitment to the same
Okay, I'll
process.
come again. Can we just stick to we want the system to be more efficient and we want inter-agencies to be more efficient?
Yes.
The only people that can say if the staff have issues or not, it's an internal issue. That's for them to sort out. So I think in our recommendations, we should be looking at how can they be more effective.
Just we challenge.
No. I'm saying when we get there,
Okay, it's okay.
we can settle that.
So as we were saying, what do you have as challenges there? So that we can.
Unproductive government bureaucracy only, but she's mentioning something now that systems need to be more efficient.
No, it's not that. It's not that bureaucracy. That's a recommendation for.
That would be under
It's
recommendation.
a recommendation for the system bureaucracy.
That would be
You know, actually we have challenges and the approaches used to overcome those challenges.
So we're still on challenges.
Challenges
I
and
think our issues and challenges. Yeah.
Okay.
So issues slash challenges.
That's what we said. So which approaches do we need to put in place to address or overcome those challenges?
training.
Okay.
Offensive training.
Advocacy,
Advocacy.
Capacity
training.
building, partnership,
One by one, so that you can take the place.
advocacy, partnership.
Advocacy to who?
Advocacy to the government leadership, the government stakeholders, the public stakeholders, public officer stakeholders. We buy into a political will, their expertise,
Like what they
their
are doing today
professionalism.
is more or less part of advocacy.
Exactly.
Advocacy
That
Stakeholders.
And then I'd like to add MDAs. That's the departments and agencies themselves.
interministerial
Yes.
relationship.
Then
Yes,
I won't
very
say approaches monitoring by Well, I can't say CSO, but there has to be improved monitoring.
But that's under recommendation, don't you think?
Oh, isn't it the approaches to overcome the challenge?
No, used. That
In
has
the
been
past,
used
that's
in
been
the past.
used.
Okay,
Yes.
talking about
Oh,
what
you.
we have used.
What have been engaged, the process that have been engaged to.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
There has been
So,
So what have they been doing so far?
There should be a ministry person here. So don't think what's the answer.
Okay, I think, let me share from my experience of what we are doing at the state level, because we work in Kaduna, Nasara, and Oyo State. And we realized that some of the approaches that have been used, like, that I was sharing from the experience of what we experienced. I'm still going to say that one of the challenges is that, for example, in Oyo State right now, they just have work plan or budgets. They don't follow the normal budgeting system of either using the MTSS or MTEP. So what process do they actually use in developing their project? They don't have any framework for developing projects. So that's the state government. So that is where I was saying that I was coming from the idea, from the thoughts of implementation, the challenge. That fine, we have the policy, but have those policies been followed to the letter adequately? So sometimes they follow where it suits them. They leave B where it's not suitable. So in policies, you're not meant to you're meant to implement a policy holistically. So in a place whereby you're not implementing the policy holistically, where you're just picking one part, you're leaving the other part, it becomes a problem.
You have that gap.
You have those gaps. So I'm going to be saying that what approaches are we will use capacity building. For example, we use capacity building to actually address some of those challenges. The capacity of now I call them government officials, of the personnel, relevant governments. Then we also use evidence to make them understand that, look, I know how
thank you. That's
My
very
chairman,
valid.
anything that requires my attention,
Increase what?
Idea, internally generated. I think we're almost
you are making progress. Don't worry, we will talk to the minister.
excuse me, sir, but hello, excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry, whose idea are
Some of these things are overlapping actually.
Yeah.
Solutions,
If it overlaps, repeat what you said before.
recommendations, solutions.
The truth is that when people make presentation, people present things in different ways.
Okay.
Somebody may come to a topic. After presenting, it says recommendations. Another person will say approaches to solutions. Another person will say solutions. So whichever they use, give.
Okay. So what are we supposed to do on this post-dialogue priorities identified?
Post
Dialogue?
after this dialogue, what should be our priorities in terms of family planning, policy and funding?
Okay.
So that it will help us also. There will be so many recommendations. We need to start somewhere. It's like immediate, medium term and long term requirements.
It's okay. So I think any other recommendation?
We just have to.
Oh, recommendations.
Yes.
But we said we wanted accountability,
Okay, improve accountability mechanism.
improve accountability. We said we wanted monitoring.
Okay, we mentioned those
Put that under solutions.
Those were under
Our
solutions.
solutions and our recommendations
The
can
same.
work together.
Done solutions.
Yeah, they can work together.
Because-
Solutions and recommendations.
Yes, I think we should move to this post-dialogue priorities identified. Hello? Hello? Don't worry. We have to move around at the time. So post-dialogue priorities identified. After this dialogue, what is next? What is next? Can I suggest something, please? I would suggest that this dialogue should continue to cascade it to the state level. The state level, and yes, domesticate it, if possible, down to the local government level. Very important because
Where they are
the
local
people that really
And that's where the action is taking place.
exactly.
So we are recommending state level
Exactly.
policy dialogues.
For example,
State and local governments. At the local government, what sort of dialogue?
Oh, no, they do dialogue.
The dialogue might be community dialogue.
State and local government dialogue.
State, local government, and
State
community dialogue.
State and local government level.
policy dialogue, not just dialogue.
any other thing?
Step down the dialogue state and local government.
Very young, the ideas are just coming.
Priorities, right?
So, I expect one from you and one from you.
Hello.
You are youthful, you are
We
just,
have
you're
this
just churning
expert
out.
on our table.
I
There's
don't know
only
why
low
You're
profile.
just churning out the ideas.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I just have something to say right now.
I knew
You
it.
wanted to ask me that?
No, nothing. I just said we have you on the table.
I didn't hear your voice.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's
The
okay.
family
So,
planning person.
I should be taking
Clinton
this on that
Access
one.
Initiative.
Okay,
FP
okay.
manager.
To say on that one.
Like, if there's something to say on that thing, I will be.
So,
I will be linked to this post. I will post
okay, so,
to that also.
It doesn't have to be dashboard now.
Let me say this. We have 5 minutes.
so excuse me, please. After this whole dialogue, we should do some report to the big guys.
Oh,
Okay,
Dialogue
policy
priorities.
priorities.
I think the priority right now is allocation in this budget.
Huh? What?
If there's no allocation in this budget, what are the steps made to mitigate that?
Something
Are
should
we
be
going
done.
to have something in the supplementary
Supplementary
budget?
Okay.
Are we going to use the NH Act to create funding? I mean, something just has to be done. We can't say we're going to have FP funding for 2016. It's just impossible.
Okay. I think we're through with our discussion. Am I right?
Sorry, did you capture that?
How do I say that again? The priorities is allocation and release.
Allocation
No, allocation in the,
2016 budget,
if not,
supplementary budget.
what allocation, FP allocation. The ensure FP allocation.
Thank you very much. I thought so. The lady is going
Or
to
supplementary.
present us.
Dr. Light,
Oh no, I can't.
you will. Conflict of interest.
It is the chairman's prerogative. I'm the chairman, right? I'm the chairman. I'm going to close my eyes.
There's a little conflict. I'm one of the organizers. I can represent.
Okay, we are one of the organizers.
Can I do?
The chairman will present.
PACFA projects.
The chairman will present.
We are part of the PACFA project.
The chairman is not supposed
I
to.
think the lady will present very
I
eloquently.
disagree completely.
I nominate the lady.
Let's her do the
In the
presentation.
2016 budget.
Okay, Dr.
She's
Jerry.
been documenting it.
No,
You've been
No, it's
documenting
easier for you since you
just
are
press
there
button
writing.
and it goes on.
I can't because you are part of the PACFA project.
So I nominate. Hello. Hello. She will present for the
I disagree completely.
No, she's seconded. Awesome.
seconded.
My name is Adam Taria and I'm from White Ribbon Alliance. Group 2 is our group and we talked on public sector funding, trends, issues and challenges. First of all, we identified the issues and challenges of funding. Our first point of call here is allocation. We think there's no sufficient allocation for issues of FP, inadequate releases even when there are allocations, lack of efficiency in funds utilization. The issue of the Ministry of Health returning funds after each here, it's something we find very interesting. Government bureaucracy needs to be more transparent. We think there's a terrible lack of coordination between the Federal Ministry of Health, Federal Ministry of Finance, and Federal Ministry of Budget and Planning regarding releases and expenditure. There's a lack of accountability and the censored allocations. We don't know how far they go. M&E, CSO participation as well. Because when there's CSO participation, we think that accountability will be improved. And most importantly, this is something that I am very passionate about, an enabling environment for access to government data. If there's an enabling environment for access to government data, there will be a lot more accountability in the system. Next slide. Approaches used to overcome challenges. We looked at advocacy to stakeholders and NGOs, capacity building of relevant government personnel, use of evidence to show trends, having PhD under one roof. This is very important because for us, we foresee a system when PhD in Kaduna State, that's already happening. When you have PhDs under one roof, how do I put it? What's the word? Generally, we think when PhDs are under one roof, it just gets better for FP challenges. Next slide. Progress made and success recorded. Costed implementation plan at national level and some state levels. During the presentation, someone said that costed implementation plans have been adopted in 4 states, but I think there are 6 states, including Nasarawa, Kwara, and Kaduna at the moment. Sorry. An allocation at Nasarawa following evidence-based advocacy. So you see here that advocacy is key for the progress that we have made, and increased advocacy for the progress that we think we will make. Next slide. Policy option. There are so many policies on family planning. We think some of those policies should be reviewed for performance of policy. There should be policy analysis, feedback on particular policies that have worked, and feedback on the policies that are not working or that are not being utilized, so we will know what policies are working and what policies are not working. Next slide. Solutions. Implementation of accountability framework. Already the process has started, but we want to see a situation where where we are not paying lip service to accountability as usual, but we see a reality, we see it happening. Citizenship engagement. When you read through the SDGs, you see reputation of citizenship engagement, and that's key to where we see ourselves going. Because when there's citizenship participation in the process, accountability will become a reality. We want citizens to be involved in the budget tracking, and Lagos State is already doing something about e-budgeting and publishing. We want government to do e-budgeting at all levels, state, local governments, and at the federal level as well. Next slide. Recommendations. Community health insurance scheme to be introduced where not available. Increase IGR, improve accountability mechanisms. Post-dialogue priorities identified. We're looking at step down of state and local government policy dialogue. Here we're talking about domestication of dialogue, of this kind of dialogue at the state level and the local government level. Ensure that federal family planning allocation in the 2016 budget. Currently, during the presentation, we have seen that there's not been so much allocation for family planning. The question we are asking is, if there's no allocation, what do we do? If it's not there, will it be in the supplementary budget? Thank you.